So what have I been up to in the last couple of weeks? This is a few of the bits and pieces I've been up to. Been quite busy. Along with the horses, I've been making a few more trivets for the wife. She's selling these like mad, so I'm trying to get a bit of a stock up because she'll bound to need loads for Christmas. This thing's taken up quite a bit of my time. Some of you will have seen this on my Instagram feed. It's a beacon for the Remembrance Day. They're going to put them all up all over the country and light them at 7 o'clock in the evening. But they're cutting it a bit fine. It's got to go on a 5-metre post. It's quarter plate in the bottom, 6 inch by quarter around the bottom. The rest is 2.5 by quarter. Rivets are just decoration, and unfortunately we've had to spoil it with the mesh, but of course the health and safety have got involved. This is the socket that's going underneath it, but I want to make sure that this fits the post, which is 12 by 12, before I weld it to the bottom of the post, bottom of the beacon, because it'll be damn sight harder to do, you know, once it's on. So it's going to weld on to the bottom of that, but I want to make sure the post fits before I put it on there. And as I say, the post is absent at the moment. I'm panicking, but never mind, I'm sure we'll get there. What else? Oh yes, these windows. I'm doing quite a lot of windows just lately for this company. This one is a fire damaged window. Don't quite know how it got in a fire, but it needed quite a little bit of tickling about. I had to make a new latch up the top here. That's the one I made. Copy of the one down the bottom. This one here. It took me a little while. Then I had to put a ring on the top for, it's basically to put a drop bolt in so that the window locks when it's shut. Of course it won't focus, but it's basically just a ring there that you can drop a bolt in. So that kept me occupied for a little while, that one. Then this one is a cast iron window. I'm guessing it's from about the 50s, something like that, which somehow got dropped and broke, and it broke right across that hinge, the middle of that hinge, completely in two. So I've welded that back up. That was the worst of the breaks. It also broke down here in two places, right close up against the other framework, right the way through, and they were sort of a little bit loose, but I've just tacked them so I don't break the glass. Just tack them both one side, which just has stabilised it. I had to re-tap or drill and tap for that hinge, and also repin the hinges. They were really sloppy, so I had to drill them out and repin them. Now this one was part of a job I did a few weeks ago. Unfortunately they gave me the wrong measurement, so it was 4 inches too tall, so I've had to cut 2 inches out of top and bottom and remove these glazing bars so that they're evenly spaced again. So that was another little job. And this last job, which I've literally just finished, it's quite unusual. It's going into a building where there's no access from the outside. I don't quite know why. So it's all got to be put in from the inside. It's a 40mm outside frame, and it's going into a sort of a rebate. There'll be like a 10mm rebate that it will sit in, around that sort of up against there, and then on this side they'll put a 20mm piece of wood to hold it in, so you'll only see half of it. This is the outside, so the hinges are on the outside and they're having to point sort of inwards towards the inner side of the window, so we've got enough room for this rebate, or for it to sit on the rebate. And obviously this is the outside, so you won't see how those latches are attached. There's some stays I've made to hold the window open, but what they're going to do, I'm guessing, is glaze these openers and they just lift off, so literally lift off those pins. So they'll glaze them, put the outer frame in the framework or in the woodwork, and then push this window outside and drop it back on the pins. So it's going to be interesting. The handles on all these last lot are bought handles. just from Kirkpatrick's. You can get them quite cheaply rather than having to make them. The other little job I've been desperately trying to get finished was the cross member on the back of the truck, going rusty as hell. So I've taken the tow bar off, had it sent off to be shot blasted, hot zinc coated and nylon coated, and I've rubbed the back down, got the primer on, but unfortunately the weather has just got so cold. It's down below freezing. I just daren't put the top coat on, which is going to be Raptor over there in the corner there. So we'll get it done eventually. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.